My name's Nicole Cornell, and this is my story of transition. My story of transition to university did not occur at the same time as my transition from youth to adulthood. In this way, my story is different to many others, similar to some, unique in its own way, and also reflective of my social, structural and personal circumstances at the time. In looking at my transition to university and my original choice not to go at the end of Year 12, it is important to reflect on one particular critical moment in my life that was to have a huge influence on the path ahead of me. My parents divorced when I was 5. This occurred at a time when there was no single parent payments, no healthcare card, no rent assistance and no after-school care. My mum, sister and I were thrust into a new world of relative poverty, transient housing and an uncertain future. The path ahead was to be windy, rocky, amazing and defining. Even though we grew up in difficult circumstances, we were always encouraged to work hard at school, and we were exposed wherever possible to a different world, one that included politics, theatre and the possibilities of life. The dream of going to university was there, and although it seemed like a choice to attend or not, in reality the economic and social conditions of my life conspired to make that choice less possible. Living under the illusion of choice, I thought the best pathway for me was to leave school, escape home, work, and soon after I married and had children. My transition from youth to adulthood was swift and seemingly complete. Creating the home and family I had idealised became my focus. It was all I needed, it seemed. Some years passed before my circumstances finally allowed me to choose to continue my education. At 27, with 2 young children and a part-time job, I headed to university. Being financially more stable, able to study part-time and with flexible childcare, my dream was able to become a reality. Such a different world was now before me. Interesting people and a whole new view of the world opened up my life. I embraced university, and although I was unable to partake in the social life of university, I totally immersed myself in the academic life. Fast forward to today, and I find myself once again attending university. This time it seems far less of a stage of transition in my life, as it feels more every day than before. I am studying via distance education, as I now live in a rural area, and my study is related much more to my job than to any sense of needing to find myself or a career direction. My transitions from youth to adulthood, wife and parent to university student, and now employee to university student, have all, at each stage, occurred concurrently. These disparate roles were meshed together, creating a very different experience of transition. The markers of my life, the social and cultural elements, and my economic circumstances are ones that could be shared separately or individually by many others. Our experiences may be varied, but our humanity is shared as the transitions in our lives move us in different directions. The pathways we walk, however, all ultimately lead us to the same place in the end. And unfortunately, gravity sooner or later takes its toll on all of us.